So, to give you a little background as to how we came about, of course, we came together from different organizations. Almost a month ago. So, a month ago, we had 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐶, who's somebody who might have heard of, he's on National Television UK. So, yeah, you can see National Television is one of the three charity partners that have helped put this event together. So, to give you context, we had 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐶 from UK coming over for a tour, and he got the different youth representatives from the Islamic organizations all come together. And we discussed at this workshop what gaps there are in the community. So we were looking at the gaps in the community, what issues we were facing, patterns that we picked up on, and we all, by consensus, established and found that every community organization was working in silos. So everyone was working in their respective communities. No one was working at a regional level. Yes, we have fians. We all know who fians is. We all know who NZMA is. Some of these national bodies are doing great work, mashallah. But they also need grassroots level movements from the local community organizations, which we all come from. We all come from different respective communities in Auckland and beyond. So we thought, how could we have a greater level of impact at a regional level? With whatever it may be. It could be an appeal, it could be supporting Palestine, it could be, hosting aid, it could be, you can think of so many different examples, right? And so the next logical step was to think of an idea where we can show and establish the value of working together at a regional level. So we thought, what better thing than to get the different community organizations involved to host a Palestine fundraiser, given what's happening in Palestine right now. And this is how Hearts of Palestine came about. So you're looking at it right now, when we finish, you have over 30 Islamic organizations supporting this. Okay, so it's not an easy job to do that, let me tell you. Getting different Islamic organizations involved in this was a job in itself. So I think that long while. May Allah bless us together. May Allah enable us to use our community, use the resources we put together for the sake of goodness, for the sake of our communities, for the sake of our families, and for those who are oppressed around the world. When we come together, when we pool our resources together, we can elevate the work we're doing, whether it's at a grassroots level or a governmental level. This is the power of uniting voices, and this is where it starts. It starts with presenting the impact. The impact that we're here together. This is what we're here to do. We're here to fundraise for Palestine, to firstly show our support for Palestinians, secondly to fundraise and support what's happening right now on the ground, and in New Zealand, at an advocacy level, which National 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐶
from my foundation. So Brother Habib, can you come to the stage? And also Brother Ahmed Hassani from NSIA, and Brother Bashar Muhammad. My name is Habib and from Life Action in New Zealand. We are an organization that focuses on youth empowerment, and the ayah that I mentioned is from the Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, Surah number 5. The meaning of it means enjoy one another in goodness, and do not just enjoy one another in aggression and sins. So this is one of the mission statements of our organizations, that we want to invite everyone to enjoy in goodness, in contributing to the society. Each and every one of us have to play that we can. And inshallah, one of the initiatives of tonight, we have been supporting people in Palestine ever since 2020 up to today, and I'm going inshallah in terms of distributing food aids, medical supplies, and building medical centers as well. And we're more than happy to share all the transparency and the reports that we have done. In fact, share as well in the email to all of you. Well, shukran jazakumullah khairan.
Jazakallah khair, Brother Habib, for sharing the mission statement of your organization. Allah reward you abundantly for this. I'd like to call Mr. Ahmed Hassani from NSIA to talk about the mission statement of NSIA.
So, I'm here to represent the North Shore Islamic Association. Our mission with in the North Shore Islamic Association, as always, is to serve our community. And we were involved in some aid and relief work in Auckland during the floods last January. With the start of the events of October 7, 2023 in Gaza, we were approached by several members of our community asking us, what are we going to do for Palestine? So we initiated a fundraising campaign, and instantly the money started pouring in. And then came the million-dollar question: what are we going to do with this money or this funds? It was almost impossible to send any funds through the international channels because of politics. So, with good intention and the good idea, we were able to find some other sources, some other channels through other aid and relief partners, both in Egypt and in Palestine. And alhamdulillah, more than $50,000 was spent since the start of the event. A variety of relief and aid, 2 or 3 of them, food parcel distributions, medical supplies. The most important one that we've done recently is and the construction of shelters for families who have lost their homes. We are in constant contact with our brothers and sisters there. We have some good partners on both sides of the borders there, trying to facilitate the aid and relief work going there. So there's a long way to go. Our brothers and sisters there are expecting a lot more from all of us. So let's make this night with the good intention and with the niyyah that we are going to help our brothers and sisters in Gaza. Jazakumullah khairan. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Brother Ahmed, for sharing the great work you guys do in Gaza. And now over to Brother Muhammad from the 𝐻𝐢𝐯𝐞 Foundation.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be on you all. In the name of Allah, the most gracious and merciful. It is heartening to see the achievement we have seen here tonight. And I'm referring to, and I want to acknowledge the efforts, the tireless efforts of our youth. The youth that accepted the challenge, that showed courage, that showed determination, that showed leadership, and tonight is the result of their hard work. So alhamdulillah. And also noting that they pulled this, Akram mentioned, that they pulled this off in just over 4 weeks. From the time it was, the idea was revealed from the time we are here tonight. Our hearts bleed and tears flow as we see the brutality continue in Gaza. We cannot sit back and do nothing. We have firm belief in our faith, in our hearts, that Allah will answer one day soon. There is no one that has said anything better than the people of Palestine. They are in the middle of this genocide. The idea of Hearts for Palestine was borrowed from a recent successful partnership between National 𝐻𝐢𝐯𝐞 Foundation and a number of charities in Australia earlier this year. For those of you who are not familiar with National 𝐻𝐢𝐶 Foundation, we're a global zakat organization. We launched National 𝐻𝐢𝐶 Foundation in New Zealand in 2022. National 𝐻𝐻𝐶 Foundation started in the UK 13 years ago and has expanded to 6 other countries: Australia, Canada, Netherlands, Germany, Switzerland, and New Zealand. Our primary aim is to collect zakat and voluntary donations to strengthen the Muslim community. Our key focus is zakat. We deal in zakat awareness, zakat education, zakat calculation, zakat distribution, zakat collection, calculation, distribution, and advocacy. We partner with service organizations in the community to brothers and sisters. As a local here to look at ways at how best we can raise funds today. Our primary aim is
delivering Plaza and the wider program of work it's doing in New Zealand. This next part, I just want to reiterate quite simply that he is the instructor and the head of the Department of Occidentology at the Quran Institute and co-founder of the Muslim Debate Initiative, which promotes open dialogue and critical debate. His work focuses on explaining the intellectual proofs of the Islamic belief system and advocating for Islamic. He speaks extensively on topics such as Sharia as a social and political system and Islamic economics. Sheikh Abdullah also critiques sales worldwide and appeared on numerous channels, including the BBC, Al Jazeera, and Islam Channel. Through his work with MPR, he engages in debates with individuals from diverse ideological backgrounds. Please join me in welcoming Brother Abdullah Mendoza.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على نبينا محمد وعلى آله الطيبين الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. It's good to be in Outer Road. I'm pronouncing it properly. All the way around the world as New Zealand. I didn't know that I'm not a big fan of long-haul flights. I didn't know that the organizers booked for me the longest commercial direct flight in the world from Doha to New Zealand. So 17 hours on a plane, you start to feel that you're living on a plane now. That's just where your address is. But alhamdulillah, it was very small challenge to undergo. The temple of Sulaiman is based in Al-Aqsa. It is one of the places which was the first house of God. After Makkah, you had also the temple of Sulaiman. Now, the interesting thing is, it was called Al-Aqsa, the first mosque of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because it was at the time of Prophet Muhammad, the mosque, the place of prayer prostration in beyond Arabia, except this one sacred place which was rumored to be built by Ibn furthest one out all the way in Palestine. Now, why are we concerned about Palestine? What is happening? What are the Palestinians going through? Conflict between two equal sides, as some people like to portray. Or, two equal sides, there's a conflict, as if it was, again, a fight between these two equal proponents. It's not. It's a suppression and oppression of an entire people by a dominant and originating colonial power. And what has been the toll on the Palestinian people? Apart from 1948, when 700,000 Palestinians were evicted from their homes, their lands, never allowed to return, and then in 1967, the 𝐋𝐢𝐯𝐶, 100,000 Palestinians were displaced from their homes because of the demands by a group who wanted to have a majority ethno-nationalist state that wasn't including the Palestinians as a majority, even though they were 2/3 of the majority population in that land. And what's been the recent toll on Palestinians? The recent toll after October the 7th was 40,000 dead Palestinians. That's those which are on record. Later on, you might discover as much as 10,000 more who are currently missing forever because they've been murdered, but their bodies not recovered yet. 70,000 injured. You might think injured like scratches and bruises. No, injured includes your legs are blown off, your arms are blown off. In one case, someone's jaw is blown off. How can you eat if you don't have a jaw? Your eyes, parts of the body ripped to shreds by shrapnel or shot by bullets. 70,000 injured, many of them, thousands of them, young children. What about the hostages? What hostages am I referring to? The 3,660 Palestinians held hostage by the state of Israel under the form administrative detention. That's when these Israeli state can arrest Palestinians in the West Bank with